As a competitor, I don't like you, but respect you. You know what I'm saying?
I've broken every social distance protocol.
Oh, we're not allowed to do that.
He's got to make it through the nomination process now.
You know, I
At least I'm nominated.
Let's edit that out. Can we edit that out?
Live television.
I'm happy to receive nomination.
I was happy for him.
Paul,
this is a great honor to be recognized, even nominated. You know, it's like being nominated for a Grammy or Emmy. Just to be in the conversation is a great honor.
That's awesome.
All right, we need you to call KG during the break and tell him it's not just him. We're going to be talking about this a little bit more. Stick with us because coming up, we're going to share
superstars than anybody.
Dirk Nowitzki,
yeah, usually it's the role guys
this year, and Paul Pierce on our set. It's a Hall of Fame-a-palooza.
Fro Kobe, mean.
I got a sausage.
You can do better, Steve. Get a freshly made footlong from Subway. You can even order on the Subway app.
Did I just get picked off by Deion Sanders?
You sure did. Now in the app, get a free footlong when you buy 2 because it's footlong season.
I love this view.
I love it every time this commercial airs. I get to drink another Mountain Dew.
Are you okay?
Oh, it's just a cold.
If you have high blood pressure, a cold is not just a cold. Most cold medicines may raise blood pressure. Choose Coricidin HBP, the brand with a heart, for powerful cold relief without raising your blood pressure.
With Metro by T-Mobile, Hector rules his holiday. This year, he's putting in the extra miles.
All right, that should take care of it.
And saving up for something special. So nothing gets in the way of their holiday. You work hard. Switching to Metro isn't. This season, there's 0 fees to switch. Get our lowest price on unlimited, just $25 a line for 4 lines, plus 4 free Galaxy phones. Metro by T-Mobile, empowering Hector to rule his holiday.
One app, one tap, that's that. One swipe, one slide, sing it back. Always on the post, yeah, we got it going on. Listen up and take cover, here comes a Woj bomb. No one else goes deeper, that's a fact. One slide, one tap, it's the ESPN app.
As long as you get in the playoffs.
Touchdown! How do you like that?
I was like,
set us up.
I was like, I'm not going to the.
Set us up, man.
No, Richard single-handedly lost the United States to the Olympics.
Hey, at least I wasn't part of losing gold at the Olympics.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. We
you wouldn't have made
bronze.
the Hall of Fame nominee if you had been part of that team. But
I lost in
then
World
again,
Games.
Tim Duncan was a part of it.
Yeah, I lost in World Games, but I was like, you know what, guys, I can't do that.
That did not go over well.
Oh my gosh.
Dear Best Buy, my dad, he works out to this. And Mom, she can game.
Oh, we can help. Nintendo Switch for Mom. Power Beats Pro for Dad. They'll love them.
I work it for the king, biggest of a Whopper. They are 2 for $5 this holiday.
Share the joy this holiday with the Whopper and the 2 for $5 deal. Your way better.
So how is it? Great.
You've been putting back a few, and a few becomes a few too many. For a moment, you think about calling for a ride. Nah, you live nearby. What's the worst that can happen? You get pulled over, your insurance goes up, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone.
We on the ride now, and we can't get off till the roller coaster stops.
FX on Hulu, now streaming.
Whoa, whoa. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now.
Allen and the Bills, Cam and the Patriots. Monday Night Football on ESPN and ABC.
The Boston Celtics select Paul Pierce from the University of Kansas.
3 seconds. Pierce takes it. Got it! Paul Pierce!
The truth shall set you free.
It's over.
Write this down. Paul Pierce is the mother of truth.
Buries it right in Harrington's face. Paul Pierce continuing to throw him down. He is in a zone all by himself.
Pierce for 3. Bang! Batter number 17, soon to be raised to the rafters.
Call bank. I call game.
Welcome back. We indeed have breaking news coming out of the Hoop Hall. Here are some notable first-time nominees for the Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame class of 2021. Aside from Mr. Paul Pierce, we got 4-time All-Star, former coach and ESPN analyst Doug Collins.
He was a problem.
5-time champ Michael Cooper. 99 WNBA MVP, 7-time All-Star Yolanda Griffith.
Was a problem.
3-time WNBA MVP, 7 times All-Star Lauren Jackson, and 10-time All-Star, 2008 Finals
Coach, we got
MVP,
coach in there.
our
Coach
very
Collins.
own Paul Pierce. Paul, now that you've had a couple minutes to let it sink in and reflect, what does it mean to be a finalist?
Just to be recognized, if I do make it, just to be recognized in basketball lore forever. You know, when I'm long gone and away, you know, I always said, like, look, the Hall of Fame is forever. Having my number hung up in the Boston Garden is forever. So, I mean, it's a true honor if it were to happen, and I'm blessed that I'm able to put time in on my craft and all the hard work, mornings, nights that I can get to this point. And
look at it's
paying off.
I always feel like the Hall of Fame is so cool because it represents your whole life, right?
Yeah,
the sacrifices your mom made, all of the hours, the days you woke up in that winter in Kansas for the first time as an LA boy thinking, where am I?
To get to that point, you literally have to have almost no life. Trust me. And I, for many years, I had fun here and there, but it was strictly business, and I'm happy that it's paying off.
Yeah. Continuing to pay off.
Yeah.
Still. Do you feel like this is it? Like MJ said, kind of like, yo, this is the end of the chapter, right? Like when basketball, once you make it into the Hall of Fame, that's it, right? Like there's nothing else to accomplish.
That's the end of your book right there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the final stop. And I'm not sure if that was the goal going into it, but I just think with all the hard work and perseveration, it ended up this way.
Yeah.
You know, you set goals. You just work as hard as you can and see where you're at.
Yeah.
And, you know, this is the final chapter. Now I can, if I get nominated, I can start my book.
There we go. Start the book.
We've been nominated. We're going to work toward through this year as they finish the selection process, maybe get one of those spiffy orange jackets. And if that happens, you'll have to think about your speech.
I know. I'm going to be super nervous.
Right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good ride.
There we go.
All right, here are some notable returning Hall of Fame nominees: Chauncey Billups, Chris Bosh, Swin Cash, Rip Hamilton, Becky Hammond, Bob Huggins,
How are some of these
Ben
people not
Wallace,
in already?
Chris Webber, and Jay Wright Richard. All right, I want to make a case for some of these great players, starting with Mr. Big Shot, Chauncey
Big Shot,
Billups.
I would love to go in with Big Shot. Oh,
Right?
my gosh. Me and Big Shot go way back to high school. We played together in a tournament in high school. I've been knowing Chauncey that. And then we played in the same conference in college where we both won co-freshman of the year. So I would love, and then clearly Chauncey has been a model of professionalism and success in the NBA and out of the NBA. So,
and Chauncey's story is so dope because when he came in, it wasn't like immediate success.
No.
Like he had to bounce around a little bit and then he found his home. And then once he did it and once he got that team in Detroit, I still think that Detroit team doesn't get nearly as much credit going to 5 straight conference finals.
Yep.
2 NBA finals, winning a championship against the legend Lakers that had Karl Malone,
Fact.
Gary Payton, Kobe, Shaq. So it's like, Chauncey and what he meant for that time period, he was one of the most dominant players. Their team was one of the most dominant teams over an era.
I was going to say, he was the leader of a team that certainly gave a bunch of character to an era of basketball. And your point about his path, I mean, he came in with high expectations, then supposedly didn't meet them, bounced around, ended up superseding those expectations by being a finals MVP and a champion. And I think the Hall of Fame needs players like that. It can't just be the guys who were incredible from day one, because that's not what the NBA or basketball, this game, is made up out of. So I really hope he gets the nod this year. All right, Paul, make the case for Chris Bosh, because he should get in too.
Yeah, he's had a great run. It started in Toronto with him averaging like 20 and 10 plus a year. And then he goes to Miami, wins championships. He's probably the best third option in NBA history. When you talk about LeBron being first and Wade being second, two guys who are probably top. LeBron is probably going to be the best small forward ever. Wade is probably going to go down as like top 3 two guards ever. Yeah. So, you know, for him to fall into that role and thrive, and he's the reason they beat us the one year in Miami. He knocked down a quarter three that's still in my nightmares. I still remember that.
Well, and it's sacrifice, right? Like, that's when you want to be a champion. You have to sacrifice things. So he proved that sacrifice was worth it. So I like Chris Bosh definitely needs to be in.
Chris Bosh is a Hall of Famer.
He still should be playing.
I'm going to keep saying Ben Wallace is a Hall of Famer. And Richard, I know you agree with me that Chris Webber is a Hall of Famer too.
Look, that's the funny thing when we talk about the NBA and then you talk about the Hall of Fame. The Basketball Hall of Fame is everything that you have contributed to the game of basketball. #1 player coming out of high school. Fab Five, one of the most impactful names in the game of basketball. And then Rookie of the Year and all the things that he did while he was playing. Obviously, a knee injury shortened his career a little bit, but Chris Webber deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
And everything you contribute to basketball, he sold a lot of shoes, too.
A lot of shoes. Those first C-Web shoes were my favorite to this day.
He sold a lot of shoes.
Shout out my Uncle Robert for giving me
That's a contribution to basketball.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the 2021 class. The 2020 class, as we know, still hasn't been enshrined yet due to coronavirus. And we have some news on that front, too. The Naismith Hall of Fame class of 2020 enshrinement will be held May 13th through the 15th of next year. The class is headlined by the late Kobe Bryant, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Tamika Catchings, and Coach Rudy Tomjanovich. Paul, I'm fast forwarding. I think it's January already.
I'm going to be so disappointed if this class is inducted virtually, because I really need to be here to see these speeches from KG. I need to be there front and center.
Right?
Like, oh man, I mean, this guy is the epitome of hard work, discipline, and just tenacity. I mean, come on. Is there anybody more competitive than KG in the history of the NBA? If so, then let me know. I know Kobe was competitive, Gary Payton, but nobody showed the competitive drive more than him.
I don't know what they're going to do for Kobe's enshrinement. If Vanessa is asked to speak again, I mean, she was so remarkable at Kobe's memorial service. I don't know if she'll speak. I don't know if someone else will speak, but wow.
Yeah. 2 of those guys came out of high school.
Then Tim Duncan. There's a little bit of slander going on the internet the last couple of days. Like, Anthony Davis is better than Tim Duncan.
Come on.
Like, people, like, come on. Like, Anthony Davis is a bad man, but you really need to look at this man's resume. I don't know if there's going to be another individual that will come through, start to finish, with that type of resume that Tim Duncan has.
Oh, so much good stuff. Paul, congratulations again. We are really, really proud. All right, after the break, we're going to share Adam Silver's comments about the idea of maybe adding more teams to the league. Does this open the door for the Seattle Sonics to come back? First, though, here are all of the North American Committee men's and women's nominees for the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. Congratulations. Good luck to all of you. Leonard Hamilton.